The headlines. HH to address a nation on political violence. Oasis Forum vows 28th November protest. Chabinga shuns chaos architect tag. Chinda raises alarm over Munali water crisis. Coach Piri hails FC Muza's 5-1 victory against Green Buffaloes. Good evening, happy Sunday. My name is Kondwela Nijusa, and now the details. Inde Hichilema says he will visit Tuesday. He will this Tuesday address the nation on the growing concerns of political violence, warning that he will not allow Zambia to slide back into an era of hooliganism and street clashes. The head of state, who spoke during the Evangelical Church in Zambia's Diamond Jubilee celebration in Matero, stressed that the country must not mirror the instability seen in some neighboring nations. He emphasized that the dark days of citizens being attacked and killed for political reasons are over and must never return, further urging continued cooperation and open dialogue between the church and government whenever either side drifts from its mandate.
We must quickly call each other to the table of dialogue, not in the streets. Zambians, you must read. This work you gave me, I have been privileged to travel to look at what's happening around us, to read, to hear, to get briefings every morning. I get briefings as to what's happening in Eastern DRC, what's happening in Northern Mozambique, in Cabo Delgado. You don't want that to happen in this lovely country. If you allow it to happen here, you have lost everything. You have lost the works of Mr. Kambita and others. Let us continue advancing peace. This church, together with the rest of the churches, remain a beacon of hope. Peace. We continue to work hard to strengthen each other, guiding our youth. Thank you, Minister Muriat. Guiding our youth to do what is correct. Bishop Mususu, this country will not be allowed to return to vandalism, hooliganism, street fights in the bus stops, in the markets. I stand here to say, not under our watch. Not under our watch. It was a difficult life to lead those days. I know it better than many think. How I had to go through the roof at the radio station. And how we lost our own members in our families. Shot at, killed in the name of hooliganism, but carrying a more flamboyant, colorful weight. Zambians, don't forget, you had commanders in the compounds, not military, official military. Today, you don't see people wearing military fatigue because we've said no to that. People were carrying guns like they were toys. We say no to that. Bishop Mususu, I have a press conference on Tuesday. I'll be talking about this subject. I'll be addressing the nation on this subject. And none of us as a government. When I say as a church, yes, evangelical church in Zambia, but as a board of Christ. All of the churches. Let me also indicate that the church's responsibility as we celebrate 60 years of Matero Evangelical Church must continue shaping our children, raising our children. I'm passionate about this issue. When we raise our children properly, using Christian values in our homes, guiding our children, as we celebrate 60 years here, we are going to have a citizenry that is well raised. that has values, that respect others, that don't hide behind social media to hack down fellow citizens. We cannot use social media to damage our society. So as we celebrate 60 years here, remind ourselves of our responsibilities, our duties. And if we, the elders, behave properly, our children have a chance of behaving properly as well. But if we, the elders, are advocating violence, street fights, instead of sitting on the table of dialogue, what do you think our children will do? Guys, they listen to what we say at dinner tables. They listen to our comments which we make in kitchen parties, in weddings. So when they go out there, they believe what they do wrongly there is blessed by us in their homes.
We sincerely apologize for that technical challenge. However, the news continues. Opposition Patriotic Front acting president, Given Lubinda, has confirmed that he was beaten during a recent attack, sustaining injuries to his right knee and a swollen gum, though no fractures were reported. Speaking in Lusaka on Sunday, Lubinda says the incident occurred prior to November 22, 2025, and was further addressed when members of the PF Central Committee visited him at his residence. He described the assault as a serious warning about the ongoing tensions within the party.
The nation on this matter, when I address the press on this matter, when I will go into the details on this matter. All I can say to you now is that when the incidents occurred, I refrained from issuing a statement to the police. I did not say a word to the police. And you saw that the spokesperson of the police said that they had arrested a number of people and now they were inviting me to go and register my complaint. I certainly will do that, and after I've registered my complaint, only then will I address the press. I can say to you, as friends who are concerned about my welfare, I can say to you that yes, I was beaten, yes, I was injured, but fortunately, when I went for medical review yesterday, my doctors told me that as at yesterday, I didn't have any fractures, I didn't have any physical injury, except for a swelling on my gum, a swelling under my right knee, and some abrasions on my back. And that is the report, the medical report that I shall be filing with the police. For those of you who were talking about reconciling and so on and so forth, well, you're saying that, I was wondering, with who have I differed? With who should I reconcile? I have not differed with anyone whatsoever. And until I meet the assailants, the ones who beat me up in Kabwe, I'm not able to reconcile with them. If the reconciliation is towards those who beat me up, I cannot reconcile with them before I hear why they beat me up. And I can assure you that this is not the first time that people have attacked me. It happened before, and the culprits were incarcerated. But in my spirit of reconciliation, I went and begged the president to...
And some of those that the country now has been aware of having had mishaps and attended meetings that we did not sanction. The nation now has been talking about the ridge that is being created. We have assured the country that we as a PF are one family and that we will find a way to bridge our differences. The Central Committee and some of those that the country now has been aware of having had mishaps and attended meetings that we did not sanction. The nation now has been talking about the ridge that is being created. We have assured the country that we as a PF are one family and that we will find a way to bridge our differences. The Central Committee and some of those that the country now has been aware of having had mishaps and attended meetings that we did not sanction. The nation now has been talking about the ridge that is being created. We have assured the country that we as a PF are one family and that we will find a way to bridge our differences. The Central Committee and some of those that the country now has been aware.
Later on myself, all the decisions that I have made, and God help me, all the decisions that I will make as I hold this position will be in the best interest of the party. That you can rest assured. So you need not worry. The party has been safe for the last 4 years. The party is going to the convention, and I shall ensure that I do whatever I can to safeguard it. I shall ensure, I shall do my very best to ensure that the party is protected, that the programs of the party are not frustrated, in the interest of all the members of the party, and more so in the interest of the citizens of Zambia. Holding the position that I hold today is a privilege, but also a duty which I owe not only to the members of the party.
Patriot Faction leader Robert Chavinga says he remains baffled by continued attempts to paint him as the mastermind of chaos in the opposition, even as the Given Luvinda-led camp appears increasingly fractured. Chavinga argues that those pointing fingers should take a closer look at the political disarray unfolding in their own backyard, where infighting and shifting alliances have plunged the rival faction deeper into uncertainty. During an interview, Mr. Chavinga, who is Mafinga PF Member of Parliament, says he has been vindicated by the recent turn of events in the other camp of the PF. The Patriotic Front's internal wrangles have flared up yet again, with acting President Given Lubinda recently moving to suspend a number of party officials, decisions the affected members have dismissed as illegal and politically motivated. The turmoil comes at a time when the long-running battle over the party's legitimate ownership and leadership remains before the High Court, where both factions await a final ruling expected to shape the future of the former ruling party.
Amongst themselves, they are divided. Firstly, let's create, for argument's sake, we have Team A and Team B. Team A is Team Chaving and Moganimon. And we have Team B, the Given Wind and others. We give them Given Wind and others. Amongst themselves, they are confused, they are fighting. They have developed camps. So how does Chabinga come into the say is a confused, he has disturbed the party? Amongst themselves, there's Team A. If you come to Team A, my friend, it's the most sweet camp. Team Chabs is a proper team, and Morgan. If you talk about organized the Kwabefia, Kulaka, people live, you know, we are organized character. And do you know what? I've never known Ms. Honorable Mona for so many years. I've never known.
Members of the Patriotic Front Central Committee visited acting President Given Lubinda at his Lusaka residence on Sunday, reassuring him that the party remains a united family despite ongoing internal tensions. The delegation emphasized the importance of solidarity and cohesion as the opposition navigates its current challenges, signaling a push for reconciliation within the PF ranks. Meanwhile, Mr. Lubinda has denied allegations that disciplinary action taken against senior officials of the party are selfish motivations.
Of having had mishaps and attended meetings that we did not sanction. The nation now has been talking about the ridge that is being created. We've assured the country that we as a PF are one family and that we will find a way to bridge our differences.
Monali parliamentary aspirant Crispin Chinda has raised concern over the persistent water shortages that continue to cripple daily life in communities such as Kamanga, Mtendere, Chainda and Kalingalinga, where some households have gone months without a steady supply. Speaking at Word of Life Church in Kalingalinga, Chinda says the situation demands leadership that is in touch with the realities on the ground, urging residents to secure voters' cards and choose leaders who will prioritize essential services. He further pledged to tackle the long-standing issue of residents receiving water bills despite dry taps and noted the growing social challenges facing young people, promising to champion youth empowerment if given the mandate.
Nkani amanzi upita tina manje ni nkani amanzi tenze na problem ijakuta ti tayiwona ti problem yankala for a long time taona baerevu akwera akamerenya challenge takondwera ta my problem yamanzi but upeze up to this time problem yamanzi ikaliko then azatalizira rangana tina bana batu bambiri bamene baina baonongeka tisapeza plan kwanje kuti zataliza bana batu tina wasimai wambiri bamene baisa kukulisa kwa supermarket tizabatalizira kwanje zatalizira ndani so ile nifuna nkalaja boys after nifuna ni kutandizire plan yeni nayo inambo yamba wanu kuli mayouth yakutati nikatizira kuti tikapanga skill center bana watu baje wakaende wakatenga ma skills bena wakatenga ma driving licenses so that at least akakaraona ka skill akakaraona ka driving license azase kirako kinangwa kanga chite so ati asongira mu makoro na chilango chakutikaniza tufamile watazira ba ZNS kugeleka marodi yose na sana community This time around, time yanga, ndifuna abazadde futhi wakatitandire. So ati wakatekereko bana baja bamene songa bwere willingly kuti bankale bwino. Baja yemwita kati machangi. Tikabatenge baja bana bakale ku mukampu y'abazadde bakabashitako discipline pamono. Bakabapundiseko ma skills pamono. So that after 6 months wakabwera, nishibako na ma skills, baja bana wakabwera futhi, they will never be the same. Like my parents, mzatasha notasha kuti bana uyu achinja sende so, uyu achinja sende so. Nizamo pemba time after time kuti makolo pata poyapa pa izakaoneka kunga choosing a force. But bwana akakwera after 6 months, muzaka mtasha na mtasha naye kuti batizona achinja. Then akako kutalizana kwa wewe. So kulibe parent wamene amafuna kuti aenda kumanda wendoshika mwana wako. Is the parents who vana watu ndio zambotishi. Manje tukacha lifestyle mwamene wankalila wana mkomboni. Ukuza tikaenda kuja kutumbi, tikaenda ku repatiru, pesa tinibana wamene wakufa all the time. So leadership wamene mfunika mu 2026 after tili concern kuti vana bali a life ya bwana mkomboni. So text batanizile wana bati imu wamene demo mzachipanizile. Kutaza kwa mzachipanizila pale manje. Vaisi zendi wakali open na voters card. Change taking our voters card so that 2026 tika vote. Nge two chabeti nayo wakutatushe decide kuti ine ndivotera Priska or ndivotera Crispy chinda. Ngati unachena voters card. Ngati ulibe voters card nishisuza kana counted pale kuti wavotera vandani. Apa ndipe pacha abusa kuti lero apa nakwache kuzirangiza che kuti muniziwe kutola Kristi. Wao ndikasoa lero Kristi vaimirira ku
President Hakainde Hichilema has appealed to the church to take a leading role in nurturing young people into responsible and considerate citizens, cautioning against a growing trend of youths using social media to harm or demean others. The president stressed that moral guidance from the pulpit remains key in shaping a society that values respect and peaceful engagement both online and offline.
As a government, when I say as a church, yes, evangelical church in Zambia, but as a body of Christ, all of the churches. Let me also indicate that the church's responsibility as we celebrate 60 years of evangelical church must continue shaping our children, raising our children. I'm passionate about this issue. When we raise our children properly, using Christian values in our homes, guiding our children, as we celebrate 60 years here, we are going to have a citizenry that is well raised, that has values, that respect others, that don't hide behind social media to hack down fellow citizens. We cannot use social media to damage our society. So as we celebrate 60 years here, remind ourselves of our responsibilities, our duties. And if we, the elders, behave properly, our children have a chance of behaving properly as well. But if we, the elders, are advocating violence, street fights, instead of sitting on the table of dialogue, what do you think our children will do? Can they listen to what we say at dinner tables? They listen to our comments which we make in kitchen parties, in weddings. So when they go out there, they believe what they do wrongly there is blessed by us in their homes.
Baraka Community Partnerships has urged increased adoption of urine diverting dry toilets as a practical and eco-friendly response to Zambia's persistent sanitation challenges. Speaking during a Wash Night event in Lusaka, Executive Director Andrew Tembo said the system already in use in parts of Kapiri-Mposhi offers a viable solution for communities grappling with water challenges, shortages, and inadequate sludge management. Mr. Tembo noted that the technology, which separates urine from fecal matter, not only reduces contamination, but also enables safe reuse of water as fertilizer while requiring minimal water and fewer costly emptying services.
This is at our Baraka Learning Center. This is the dry toilet, urine diversion dry toilet at our Baraka Learning Center, which has about 4 boats or 4 cubicles. And we are having over 50,000 visits of kids. We have built this alongside a ventilated, improved pit latrine. We have a waterborne toilet, but we have scarcity issues with water. Now, the scenario that we're experiencing at the moment is kids are moving. They are moving away from the ventilated, improved pit latrine, going to the urine diversion dry toilet because of how friendly it is, and it doesn't have produce that bad odor or bad smell that we might be talking about. This is an example of a seat that we created which diverts. When you look at the back of it, is a hole which takes the sludge down into the vault. Then right in front is the measurement where the urine drops and goes through a pipe into a place where you can harvest it for reuse or you can dispose it off safely.
Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, Chipoka Mulenga, says government is determined to develop an economy that future generations will inherit with confidence anchored on sustainable and forward-looking investments. Speaking during the commissioning of Kasempa's first ever shopping mall, an investment worth 50 million kwacha by the Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board, Mr. Mulenga says prioritizing infrastructure, education, health, and economic diversification while upholding intergenerational equity will ensure long-term socio-economic stability. The event was attended by senior cabinet ministers and traditional leaders from the district. Luapula Province Minister, Engineer Nassan Musonda, says the Constituency Development Fund is delivering viable development in Chiengi with key projects advancing according to schedule. During a 2-day tour of the district, Engineer Musonda inspected a new health post under construction in Katete Ward, funded under the 2025 CDF work plan, which he said has recorded impressive progress barely 2 months after being awarded to a local contractor. He also toured a completed hospital electrification project, applauding the council for prioritizing essential public infrastructure as CDF allocations rise to 40 million kwacha. The minister further directed councils to finalize 2026 planning and due diligence processes by 31st December to ensure procurement starts in January, noting that districts demonstrating strong utilization have already received full 2025 funding. He projected that Luapula Province will hit a 100% absorption rate by year end. Engineer Musonda also commissioned ablution facilities, inspected water interventions in Puta, and engaged residents of Museka Primary School, where he instructed that no grade 1 learner should be sent away under the free education policy, saying infrastructure gaps are for government to resolve.
This month's project, meaning the contractor is doing fairly well because they have only done 2 months on the project, but you can see that the progress is very impressive. We are coming from the main hospital, Chiengi Hospital, where we've also seen a completed CDF project, which is an electrification program for the hospital. So overall here in Chiengi, CDF is doing wonders. It's just time that we would have loved to see more. For the 2 projects that we have seen, we are very impressed with the quality of work. I think that the electrification project, the 40 kilowatt peak backup solar facility that has been installed at the hospital is doing wonders. The health personnel confirmed that actually now they do not have problem with power, including water during that time, because they're able to adequately pump water for usage even during day and night time. So we would like to encourage the council and the mayor himself that I think when it comes to CDF project, this is our flagship program, bringing this facility closer to the doorsteps of our people. Let's implement them within a time frame. I'm also happy with the quality of the blocks. These are made by a local supplier here. They are not imported, by the local suppliers here. So this is how it should go, because we are promoting capacity. There is no material that is being imported apart from maybe iron sheets and I think, because those have to be transported from Lusaka, but all the materials are coming from within Cheng. So we want to thank you, Mayor, and your technical team at the council, that please keep it up. We want to see more next year because the CDF has now been increased to 40 million. I've employed all councils, and Mayor, please take note. We should complete all the planning by end of the 1st December this year. Meaning you have to do all the due diligence on the project that the World Development Committees have submitted to the council. You have to do all the data cleaning for the applications on the grants as well as
The Oasis Forum says it will proceed with its planned protest to State House on 28 November 2025, despite what it describes as attempts by the Zambia police to block the march. According to a statement issued to Muvi TV News by Chairperson Beauty Katebe, says the organization duly notified the police of its intention to walk from Freedom Statue to State House in protest of what it terms government's rushed and non-inclusive constitution amendment under Bill 7. Ms. Katebe revealed that police at headquarters declined to receive the march notification letter, even as the forum continues to mount pressure through multiple avenues, including a petition before the Constitutional Court, an open letter to President Hakainde Hichilema delivered on 11th November, and the ongoing Black Friday campaign involving honking, black ribbons, and black car discs. She says the forum has further written to all members of parliament, urging them to reject Bill 7, which she urges undermines the people's will. A public petition has also been circulated for the sign, signaling widespread objection to the proposed forums. The Oasis Forum is calling for Zambians to turn up in large numbers at Freedom Statue for the march to State House on Friday, 28 November 2025. Medland Hospital has refuted circulating rumors suggesting it is on the verge of shutting down due to financial strain in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking during a town hall meeting with nurses, doctors, and support staff, Chief Visionary Officer Dr. Muhammad El Sahili assured employees that their jobs remain secure and that the hospital's mission to lead in the country's health sector has not wavered since its establishment in 2019. Dr. El Sahili says the institution has weathered the pandemic's challenges, maintained quality healthcare delivery, and is now undertaking a strategic shift beyond 2026, while also adopting sustainable green energy solutions to mitigate the ongoing national load shedding crisis.
Now, honestly, can we count those first 3 crazy COVID years? I don't think any one of us can. We faced a pandemic that shook the strongest economies on earth. And every single one of you, those who are still here, those who joined later, and even those who moved on. You went beyond human limits. You came in with fever, with bone pain. You came in worrying about and for your family left at home, and you saved lives. We had delays with salaries. Some of you chose patience, and some chose to move on. And trust me, here there is no judgment. In fact, there is only respect for mature choices made in difficult times. What is unfair is staying and then working with laziness that affects patients. What is unfair is leaving and then bad-mouthing the only hospital in Zambia that never defaulted on a single payment, never reduced salaries, never laid anyone off during the worst global crisis in a century. And that was COVID-19. Colleagues, in crisis, Medland stands by its people. And in post-crisis, Medland still stands by its people. I am not ashamed of anything we went through. I am proud of our past, resilient today, and absolutely confident about tomorrow. We are looking to see what are the ways, the means to increase awareness about health among the general population. That is the goal. Medland Hospital, my colleagues, is very much alive, growing, and here to stay. The biggest challenge right now is energy, and we are currently exploring reliable green alternatives, so we never have to choose, in fact, between keeping the lights.
Chief Pompola of the Nkoya-speaking people in Lukulu District, Western Province, has called on the Zambian government to actively involve traditional leadership in the ongoing farm scheme land distribution. The chief says his subjects are being sidelined with land allocated to outsiders, while local residents are left out. He further proposed that anyone intending to settle in his chiefdom should present an introductory letter from their area chief and engage with local headmen before being allocated land. Chief Pompola also warned against indiscriminate tree cutting, citing its potential impact on rainfall patterns amid changing climate change conditions, and called for stricter penalties for anyone caught destroying trees in his chiefdom.
Being a Chief Pompola of Nkoya-speaking people, we have 2 or 3 challenges what we have, and also we are very happy for the New Dawn administration to introduce the chiefs. We must visiting each other so that we learn a lot of things. As a Chief Pompola of Nkoya-speaking people in Lukulu District, the challenge number 1 what we have, yes, government, we thank God for the government to introduce the schemes. But what we are applying said, if government has they are talking about advertising and interviewing those who want to join in the Dongwe area in those schemes, chiefs or headman must represent the kingdom, because this visitor, those who are coming from different places, we are happy, but now the problem what we have is others, we don't know where they are coming from. Others, we don't know what they are fearing in the areas where they are coming from. Others, they are criminals. If our people visit them and mingle with them, they haven't said, Trina Makaravina Tizakulasan, Trina Mamfut. So what we are applying at, if they are giving, government giving those people in the scheme in Dongwe, we say, let them introduce the letter from the chief where they are coming from, or the letter from the headman, so what we know the background of that person. So that's the things what we want. And second, the road is not okay from Staka to Dongwe. It's a gravel, and people, they are coming in numbers, and these timber dealers, they have destroyed our roads. So now it's a big challenge for us using oxide, vikochikara kuti vantu vakafike kumaro kwatu, ndiponso vatandale vakaone vantu vanzavo kudongwe kurukuru 3.
Kondwelani Jose will be back with sports after the break.
Hi.
Hi, baby
Hi,
girl.
Mom. Hi, Dad. Mwah, mwah.
Young lady, where are you coming from?
Did Grandma call you?
Is that why you are late?
Yes. I escorted Grandma to replace her voter's card.
Don't lie, I just want to see your boyfriend.
You, Richard, behave.
But I thought the registration has closed.
No, actually, they have extended and they're offering new registrations, replacement of lost, destroyed, or defaced voters' cards. So all those that have not yet registered can still go and register.
Okay, darling.
Can't shout over Namtali to go and register because she didn't.
Yes, the Electoral Commission of Zambia has extended the voter registration for 15 days. If you registered in 2020 or during continuous registration of voters and you still have your voter's card, you don't need to register again. The following services will be provided: new registrations, replacements of lost, destroyed or defaced voters' cards, transfers from one polling station to another, claims for omission on the register of voters, corrections of clerical errors, and removal of deceased voters. Registration centers will be open daily from 08 to 17 hours including weekends. Note that the 15 days of voter registration exercise will have 3 phases. The first 2 phases will last 4 days each, while the final phase will last 5 days. To find open registration centers, check on the Commission's website. Follow the link ovr.elections.org.zm/deployment-plan or dial short code *214# on mobile phones or visit any district registration centers or civic centers across the country. Register now. It's your right. It's your choice. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Registration continues. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has extended the voter registration Registration continues. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has extended the voter registration exercise for 15 days from Wednesday the 12th of November 2025 to Wednesday the 26th of November 2025. This is to capture as many eligible voters as possible. If you're 18 years and above, or if you will be 18 years on or before the 30th of April 2026, a Zambian citizen and in possession of a Green National Registration Card (NRC), you qualify to register. If you registered in 2020 or during continuous registration of voters and you still have your voter's card, you don't need to register again. The following services will be provided: new registrations, replacements of lost, destroyed or defaced voters' cards, transfers from one polling station to another, claims for omission on the register of voters, corrections of clerical errors, and removal of deceased voters. Registration centers will be open daily from 8 hours to 17 hours including weekends. Note that the 15 days of voter registration exercise will have 3 phases. The first 2 phases will last 4 days each, while the final phase will last 5 days. To find open registration centers, check on the Commission's website. Follow the link ovr.elections.org.zm/deployment-plan or dial short code *214# on mobile phones or visit any district registration centers or civic centers across the country. Register now. It's your right. It's your choice. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia.
Are you a parent looking for a school with values-driven ethos and
FC Muza coach Noah Piri has praised his side's heroic display as the elegant Dynamites crushed Green Buffaloes 5-1 in a Week 12 league clash. Speaking after the match, Piri highlighted the team's improved attacking prowess, but cautioned the players must remain focused and not be carried away by the win. The victory lifts FC Muza to 21 points, securing third place on the league table ahead of their upcoming clash against Kansanshi Dynamos in Solwezi this Saturday.
First and foremost, I want to thank God the Almighty because He's the one who gives. Coming to the game, yes, very important game against a big team like Buffaloes. Our aim was to come here and at least and collect maximum points. That was our goal. Well, I think we have been working hard, mostly in the final third, in front of the goal. But at least today, things have worked out. I think Prism Banda is good that he had 2 goals in this game in 12th match. He has been struggling scoring, but now I think he has made his form. Next, the most important thing is not to underrate any team. This is a elite league. Every team is very important. What we need to do is to prepare adequately for them. And of course, Muza is a good travel. A big team like Buffaloes, it always hard to make goals like the way we have done.
Winning 5-1, is it the time that now the team should flutter or go into celebration?
Well, I think what is important is the advice for the boys is that we shouldn't relent. What is important is to forge ahead because the league is too young. I think we are heading there because we still have 5 more games to play.
Trident FC earned a crucial away point in week 15 of the ZPL National League, holding Ron United to a 1-1 draw at Kafuru Stadium on November 22, 2025. Captain Brian Musema's early free kick, converted by league top scorer Nicholas Chipoya, gave Trident the lead, while goalkeeper Alpha Lukong made a series of key saves to keep the home side at bay. Ron eventually equalized through Semiwe Mwila in the 70th minute, but the draw lifted Trident to 28 points, keeping them firmly in contention of the APSA Cup qualification as coach Manchi Janza's side looks ahead to the remainder of the season.
It wasn't an easy encounter. It was a tough game, so to say. Looking at the team we're playing against, it's not a pushover team, and it was tough. Like in the first half, we knew their strength, we knew what they wanted to do. So that is why you saw, like in the first half, we dominated play, we managed to find a goal, and we were up with a goal. So in the second half, they changed their strategy, of which I can say we're a bit late to adjust, and they managed to come back. But at the end of the day, as I say, it's a team that is not a pushover. They're a good side, they're playing good football. And I appreciate also my team for this result, because they did whatever we had planned. They played according to instructions, but we couldn't just manage to seal the 1-goal lead. They equalized at the end of the day. It was a 1-1 game. It's a very big concern for us. It's a very big concern for the team. Allowing, like in each and every game for us, it's not a positive sign, of which we just have to look into it and see how we can be adjusting and make sure that once we score, we can seal the game with 1-0. We've been winning games with a goal, but this time.
In case you missed it, HH to address a nation on political violence. Oasis Forum vows 28th November protest. My name is Kondwelani Jose. On behalf of Muvi TV News, good night.